Star Wars The Acolyte is among us, and I'm not talking about the little guys. I'm not talking about who's sus, who's not. I'm talking about in 25 hours from recording this video, Star Wars The Acolyte comes out, 2-episode premiere and weekly drops thereon after. Before the show comes out, I do want to talk about it, and I do want to put my initial feelings, thoughts, and expectations. So The Acolyte is garnering maybe the most controversy before a show has ever came out that I've experienced in my gee whiz 5 years being in tune with Star Wars, you know, pretty much since Disney Plus came out, COVID 19 dropped, and we got The Mandalorian. Pretty much since 2022, when I began writing my book, up until this point right here, right now, I've been consuming a whole lot of Star Wars. We've been talking about a whole lot of Star Wars, and we've been having a good time doing it. In the middle, there's been some low points and some high points, you know, and those high points are The Mandalorian Season 2, The Book of Boba Fett. I liked Ahsoka. I liked Andor. I loved Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I loved Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It's all right. Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Kai Patterson cut, fantastic. Then there's low points. Mandalorian Season 3. Parts of Book of Boba Fett. I would have gone different directions. And then you have The Acolyte, and everyone always talks about this divide, right? Everyone always talks about this divide. You're dividing the fandom. This, that, the other. I do think that the fandom gets divided when there's gatekeeping that goes down. People are allowed to be fans of what they want to be a fan of. People are allowed to not be a fan of what they don't want to be a fan of. But those freedoms start to become invalid when you are inhibiting others from expressing their freedoms. You can't call someone names for not enjoying something. You can't call someone names for enjoying something. We have opinions as people. It's our responsibility to share our opinions, and that's what we are here to do in this video. So, number one, and first and foremost, I am not a fan of Leslie Headland due to the fact that she was so close and so heavily involved with Harvey Weinstein. It's very tough for me to support somebody who had an active hand in what was going on behind closed doors. I have a big problem with that. It's very tough for me. I have a problem with people blindly supporting or blindly hating on a product. We haven't seen The Acolyte yet. We've seen trailers. I've seen the first trailer, and that's it. I know the first trailer got just under 1 million dislikes compared to just over 100,000 or so, maybe just under 200,000 likes. So there is a cultural divide with this thing, and I am giving it the benefit of going in with no expectations. The only expectation that I ever have for a Star Wars project is that it does justice and respect to what came before it. What George Lucas put on paper, what George Lucas put on the silver screen, that is our source material. That is what needs to be respected. And obviously there's things that we know that are coming that are going to make people feel a certain type of way. We know from a trailer that there's a light whip. And this is where people start just constantly running in circles. It's like, okay, so there was a light whip in a legend story, a canon story maybe ages ago. This is where people start running in circles. You can't have it one way or another. You can't be mad about it if it's within the same continuity. Can't be mad about that. There's people that have problems with gay characters. There's gay people everywhere. You can't have a problem with it. It's not respectful, nor is it appropriate, nor is it I'm looking for a certain type of word here, but basically it really shows your integrity. If you have a problem with a fictional character based around the people that they prefer to love. You have a problem with your integrity if you have a problem with anybody that appropriately loves somebody. And I think it's getting to a point where both sides of the divide are being highlighted. And then you have fans like me, who I'm here for the story. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to see what's new with Star Wars. What's new? What's being added on? I'm very tired of these long-running debates, and it's usually from those super extreme sides of this. I'm here to watch Star Wars. I'm here to learn more and to see how well that they're going to honor what came before. And if they can do something dope along the process, you know, Andor, we got to see Luthen Rail's ship, the Fondor, coolest ship I've ever seen. And it lived within the continuity and it added something new. And I thought that it was a really good addition, really well executed show. And that's what I expect from a Star Wars project. Now, we've seen reviews coming out. We've seen people that are on payroll say things. We've seen people who are not on payroll say things. And it's very tough to make an assertion, but my best advice is to go into these things with a clear mind and a full heart, and you can't lose, because at the end of the day, it's Star Wars, dude. It's not the end of the world. The world's not crashing down. And even though it may hurt inside, you got to be a man. It doesn't help to hide, because you can hurt my friends and you can hurt my pride, but again, you got to be a man, and you can't let it slide. I'm a real American. I'll fight for the rights of every man. And by that, I mean I'll fight for the rights of everybody, because everyone has a right to be a Star Wars fan. Everyone has a right to an opinion. All that I ask is that you don't rehash someone else's opinion. There's 8 billion perspectives in this world. And if you actively choose to be a follower, if you actively choose to mindlessly shove someone else's opinion into your light, I think that speaks volumes about you as an individual, and it makes the opinion that you're copying on that much invalid, because you are the one that's actually invalidating it. You can share an opinion with somebody, but add to the conversation. That's what I fear most about the Star Wars community. And I fear that we're getting away from creativity and we're getting closer to a civil war. And then you have folks like me watching from the outside. I'm here to have fun, man. This is my escape from the real world. This is my escape from a 9-to-5. This is my escape from health and stress and sports and all that. This is an escape. I am coming to this galaxy from far, far away to have fun and to just relax for maybe an hour a week. And that's all that I ask. So be a good person, have your own opinion, and go into this show with the expectation that it's going to honor what came before it, because everything should. And with that all being said, I hope for the best for the Acolyte. I want to say a huge shout out to Amanda Steinberg, I believe is her name. The first thing that I ever saw her play was Rue in Hunger Games, which you might know her from. I'm extremely excited for some new Star Wars, and I don't know how to say his name. He's playing Master Soul, I believe. Lee Young-jae. He's a phenomenal actor, and I can't wait to see how he does and what he does in The Acolyte. My predictions: I predict that we will see Yoda. I predict that they'll make like mentions of a corrupt Senate. And I predict that Master Saul will die, because he didn't die in Squid Game. So those are my 3 predictions. We will see Yoda. We will hear about a corrupt Senate, and Master Saul will bite the dust. I'm not sure what's to come with Amandla Steinberg's character. No predictions there. She looks sick. Have to wait and see. But let me know what your guys' predictions are. How excited are you for the show? And with that all being said, it has been your boy SoTeeko. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. And above all else, guys, make sure to stay safe. Tell your mother that you love her with peace, knowledge, and serenity. May the force be with you, because I am out. Peace. Have a good one.